Hi everybody. So it's been a freaking bit. Oh my God, I've missed you guys a lot. A lot. But today we are gonna bring it. Like, I am so freaking motivated right now, you guys. I have a message that I truly believe for the following that I have, that it's really going to touch home. So here's what we're gonna talk about. I titled this, You Say You Want It, So Why Don't You? And the reason why I titled it that is because most of the people that are on my friends list here on Facebook, I've met you guys through several different posts that I've made about my weight loss story. And our initial conversation for a lot of us has been, I really want to lose weight, but then, we maybe don't start working together and one thing happens or another, and you kind of do your own thing and I do my own thing and we stay friends, So that's kind of like how we met on here. So one of the things that I want to talk about is why you don't have what you say that you want to have. Okay, so there's three things I'm going to talk about. The first thing is going to be about belief. The second thing is going to be about, it's not about the food. And then the third thing is going to be, you don't have the right support. Okay, so those are the three things that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to elaborate on those. So I'm just going to see who's on real quick. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Francesca. Brianne. Oh my God, all my favorite people are popping in. Hi, you guys. It's been freaking forever, right? And yes, I just got my lashes done, so they're all beautiful for you guys. And my hair, I just put some color in it, so... So I'm just going to get real, and I hope I have your permission to do it. Most of the time I'm known as a motivator, encourager, that kind of personality, but I kind of have a little bit of pissed off in me right now, seriously pissed off, because I'm so tired of saying that, or hearing people say that they want one thing, but then they don't do anything about it. Or they start and they're running, and they're going full blast for a month or two, and then all of a sudden they pull back, and I'm like, oh my God, why are you doing that? Why do you keep doing that? And so I've been trying to rack my brain and trying to put myself back in the place of when I first started to lose weight. Okay, when I was 235 pounds, what kind of mindset did I have back then? And one thing I can tell you is that I did not have a brain of consistency. And so consistency is a huge part of losing weight and staying healthy, all right? And so if you don't have consistency, what you're going to find with yourself is you're going to do a lot of starting and stopping. Starting, stopping. I mean, this can freaking go on, you guys, for fucking forever, okay? And I'm gonna cuss today, so if you have kids, here's your warning. So you could do that for your whole freaking life, and you know what's gonna end up happening? You're gonna end up blaming whatever meal plan or diet that you're on at that time. You're gonna be like, oh, it was the diet, it was the shake, it was the blah, 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 when it really is not. It's actually you and your consistency or lack thereof, okay? That's the reason why you're not having success, all right? Okay, that's the main thing. And the three things that I wanted to talk about is well, okay, if we know we're not consistent and that's the reason why we're not having success, why? Why, is consistency coming up? Why are we struggling with consistency? Well, the main thing that I truly believe that it is that your belief in yourself is so fucking low that you are not thinking that you're worth the effort that you're putting in. And I know Allison is going to completely agree with me, because her and I have talked about this before through private message, how important it is to be consistent and how hard it is to be consistent when your belief in yourself is so low that you just don't think that you can. And so in your brain is so it's magical. It's so magical, and God designed it with such intelligent science behind it that if you can like get in there and like kind of like be like a little traveler inside your brain and see like all the reasons behind why we do things, why we start, why we stop, why we don't I mean, it's like, it's a shit show up there. Okay. I'm just going to say it. So what you have to really like do is get real. Like you need to look yourself in the mirror and you need to be like, dude, you're 100 pounds overweight. You're 50 pounds, 30 pounds, whatever you are, 200, I don't know. Okay. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror and you need to be like, girlfriend, God made you for a specific purpose in mind. And you are not living out your purpose right now. And it's because you're letting your own damn self get in the way. And you need to stop that shit right now. Right now. And I'm so passionate about this right now because so many of you guys are saying, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. Well, you're not going to lose weight. You're not. You're not going to lose the fucking weight that you are sick of looking at yourself in the mirror if you don't start putting belief into you that you can fucking do this. Okay? You can do this. You have to build up your belief. And I see a lot of people on here. I know Tiara does personal development. Like there's a lot of people on here that do personal development. I know Allison does. And so if your belief is low, okay, you need to do something about it. And if you have people around you that are not building yourself up, where you're like not feeling worthy of the efforts that you're putting into your weight loss and your healthy journey, then you need to get some damn new friends or like go hang out with people at the gym. I don't know. Like you need to be around people that like believe in you, okay? Because if you don't have that at home, all right, if you don't have that at home, it's going to be really hard for you to be consistent with your belief in yourself. And it's going to be very hard for you to push when you don't want to do it that day, when you're looking at yourself and you feel gross, when you're on your period and you got cramps, when you're moody as fuck. I mean, like, it's going to be really, really, really hard. Okay, so belief is huge. And a lot of times, you guys, what happens when we start our journey in health is, you know, we think, hi, Crystal. Crystal is always on my lives, you guys. She is like my biggest fan, I swear. Hi, Crystal, I love you. Okay, so a lot of times when your belief is low in yourself, what happens is that like you think of yourself like a failure. All right. And not only does like, you know, thinking of yourself like a failure go into weight loss, but it can also go into your relationships, your business, like it can go into so many different things. And so what happens when you start to like really believe those thoughts, like I suck, I can never start a diet and continue. That I always find diets, they never work for me. I always start and stop, My life is start, stop. Okay. So what's going to happen is if you are like, oh, I normally start a diet and I normally only go for 2 weeks, or I normally can go for like 30 days or 2 months, like whatever your point is. Like we all have that point where we normally start, stop. Some people it's 2 days, some people it's a month. So I mean, like, I don't know, put in the comments what your normal like stopping point is. For me, like when I was really struggling with this, you guys, I would start and like literally days, like it'd be like 3-5 days. And then for whatever reason or another, stuff would start happening. I'd use whatever excuse it was at the time and I would stop. And then I would blame the diet. I would blame the Jenny Craig. That food sucks. I would blame the Nutrisystem cardboard food. I would blame, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like we all have our thing. So one of the things that I really want to explain about your brain right now, and I really hope that you guys walk away with some pearls that you can actually apply to your healthy journey, because like I've kept my 100 pounds off for 8 years, and that's kind of unheard of. All right. It's unheard of a lot of times that people lose their weight and keep it off. All right. It's very like rare. It's like a rare thing. Now, it doesn't have to be rare. It could be more, you know, common with more people if you guys can overcome some of the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you, which is what I overcame. And this is why a lot of the stuff I'm going to share with you is how I've been able to keep it off. Okay. So what happens is we have this stopping point and our brain knows it. It knows, it remembers. Okay, so if your time is like 5 days, you can go really hardcore for 5 days and then you see yourself, pulling back, and you see yourself like stop working out and you eat some cookies and, you go out to eat and you have all the freaking bread and whatever, So your brain knows when you normally stop. For me, it was like 3-5 days, okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to get to that point and you're going to be like, oh, here's the 4 or 5 days. This is when I normally stop. Then what's going to happen is subconsciously, you're going to start self-sabotaging your efforts. Like you're going to start to do it to yourself. No, it's no one else's fault. It's just you. It's just you. You're going to start to pull back. You're going to start to say things like it's too expensive. I can't afford that. I don't have time. I'm too busy. Like all of those things are going to come up. Okay. But all that is your brain remembering that this is the last time when you quit. And so that's when your self-sabotaging behaviors are going to come up. All right. So basically the reason for that, it's almost like your self-sabotage is coming up to prove your thought process right. So you're going to be like, oh, I normally start a diet and I can be really, really good for like 30 days, but then I always stop. Something happens, So it's almost like when it gets close to that 30 days, you're proving yourself right that that's happening because you're seeing that pattern over and over and over again. Okay. So that's like the number one reason why you start and stop diets is because you're used to stopping diets. All right. And you're used to not pushing through. So the main thing that you guys got to get in your freaking brain is recognizing your own patterns because they're different for everybody. Okay, recognize your patterns. Maybe write it down. I don't know. Maybe you can write it down. I normally start a diet and I stop after 5 days, And so when the 5 days starts to come up, you're going to know that about yourself. And so then you'll know, nope, this is what I normally do. Now the second thing is like, how freaking serious are you? Do you really, really, really want to lose the weight that you say that you do? If you do, when that self-sabotaging behavior time frame like comes up, that's going to be your opportunity to push through. Okay, so the second thing that we're going to talk about is support. All right, now a lot of times you might have the best intentions to be living a healthy lifestyle. Okay, hi Allie. And you might have all the stuff lined up. Like you might have your meal plan, you might have your food that you shopped for, all of your healthy veggies, right, Allie? Allie has all the veggies at her house. If you can't find the veggies at Walmart, that's where they are, at Allie's house. So you might have like your meal plan, you might have your recipe list, you might have like everything lined up. You might have like cleaned out your cabinets, thrown away your junk food. You might have gotten a new, workout program. You might have signed up at the gym. Like you might have done all the right steps in the beginning and you're going full out and you're like, woo, this feels good. This feels good. But then your self-sabotaging stuff comes up. Okay. You're getting to your pattern of when you normally stop and you give up on yourself and then you're done. All right. And so the second thing I want to talk about is like you might not have a support system. You might not have somebody in your freaking life right now that says, you said you wanted to be here. Like right now you're here and you said you want to be over here. Okay. So the in-between stuff, like you start and then you get like maybe right here. And then your mindset, your belief starts happening, your low belief, your self-sabotaging behaviors start coming up. And then you don't have anyone to like take hold of your hand and lead you to the next little milestone. So when you don't have the support system, and a lot of times you're just going to be like, okay, because you just don't have anyone. And so what I really want to share with you guys that made a huge like difference for me in the beginning of my journey, especially because I had those patterns that were coming up all the freaking time. And I got to this place where I was sick of my patterns. I was sick of looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I'm going to do this shit no matter what. But I don't have the power inside me to do it myself. And if you guys have read my book yet, you'll know that my family was not on board. Like, they hated the diet food. They hated, like, you know, the time that I was taking from them and like going upstairs and working out. They'd knock on the door. Mom, I need blah, blah, blah. Mom, I need this. I need that. I'm like, dude, you could have like asked me that like 5 minutes ago. I'm in the middle of working out now. Bye. You know what I mean? But our kids always seem to need us, or the phone rings, or whatever happens like when we're putting ourselves first. So if you don't have a support system like I talk about in my book, which I did not, my husband literally would run around and chase me with a fork, wanting me to like eat the food that he just made. And he would take it super, super, super personal if I did not eat the stuff that he had prepped and like baked. And it was like sugar food, you know what I mean? And so that was like my problem areas. And so I knew that about myself. And so I told him, like, it's not you. I can't eat that. Like, I can make the choice to eat it, but I'm choosing not to because I know myself. And if I have a couple bites, I'm going all freaking in. And then all the efforts that I put in during the week are going to just go right out the door. You know what I mean? And so I had to get to that place where I had to be strong in myself, but it was hard as fuck. Like, I was not good at it. And so after like 2 or 3 months of not being good at it and being really, it was hard for me to like do all the stuff by myself. I actually looked up like somebody to support me, you know? And so if you don't have support at home, or you don't have like a family member, or I don't know, a girlfriend that you're going to the gym and they've like made that commitment to you, I highly recommend that if you keep seeing, you know, these patterns of yours and you're having a hard time getting past them, and that's the main reason why you're not losing weight or leading a healthy lifestyle. I know not everyone's into the scale, so burn fat, you know, inches, whatever you want to call it. But like, if you're not like seeing the results that you want, and like you're not living the lifestyle that you want, that you say you want when you lose weight. You know, when you lose weight, you get to go buy all the freaking cute clothes. Everything fits, you know, when you go into the Tryon Room. You never have a meltdown and a cry down in the Tryon Room because all the freaking pants are too tight. You know, you get to like, I don't know, go in a hot air balloon, jump out of a plane. I don't know, whatever stuff it is that you're like, oh, if I could lose weight, I would do this life. I would live this life. Like, whatever that is, a lot of times we don't have it because we don't have someone who understands, who has been there, has gone through the whole entire process, and knows how to get us from our starting point to our lifestyle where we can live and be free and happy and joyful and like, you know, have all this energy and like just be amazing, like, you know? And so a huge part of what I would recommend to you guys is looking into hiring somebody, you know, somebody that could either come to your house, you know, talk with you online, I don't know, have video chats where I see your face, you see my face, and we're like in the struggle together, and we're like, and you're like, oh, and I'm like, you can do it. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Like, you definitely need support. Like, a lot of times that's exactly what is missing, you know, from getting you to like that starting point to then like hitting that plateau or hitting your self-sabotaging behaviors. You need somebody to be like, nope, you're going to do it still, and like drag you a little bit. You know, like, you want to go, so it's not like you're being, you know, totally pulled by your hair, but like you can do it and like get you to the next step. So a lot of times that is what's missing. That's what was missing for me. So what I had to do is I had to go and like research and find somebody that understood me, you know, that I needed to lose 100 pounds, that I didn't have support at home. I needed somebody to like really understand my brain and like my thought process and how my emotions were working, and like the abuse and all the stuff that I held on to, and like what was keeping me back from like my best self. And like, help me to work through all that junk that was in me, you know? And so if you don't have anyone like that, like you guys know that's what I do, right? Like, you know, that's what I do. So if you're feeling like you need somebody like me and you feel like I might be a good fit for you, like comment below or like reach out to me and we can see if maybe we'd be a good fit to work together. Because that's like my biggest joy is taking what I've learned and like teaching it, you know? I really feel like it's a gift. I feel like it's a gift almost that I went through the struggle, because then I could take my struggle and all the stuff that I learned along the way and turn it over and like give it to you guys. And you actually have like a roadmap almost, kind of like, okay, now I need to do this. And then I need to do this, and then I did that. And then like you have like someone saying, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. You're not giving up on yourself. I don't care if your father was abusive and you're feeling those memories today. Like, we're going to get through this shit together. You're not going to continue to use that as an excuse. And whatever the reason is, like, there's so much stuff that we have up here that just... like it just gets in our freaking way. Like, we get in our own way, you guys. Thank you, Allison. I really appreciate it. But like, we get in our way all the time. And so having like a support piece a lot of times is exactly what is missing from your life. The last thing I want to say, and this is like a small mini thing, and this might be like, whoa, to like some of you guys that like follow meal plans religiously, because that was me for a long time. I just want to say real quick, okay, I'm not even going to like talk a lot about this unless you guys want to through private message, but like, it's not about the food that you're putting in. It's not, okay? I mean, obviously, if you eat healthier choices, your body is going to receive, you know, that food better, and it might, like, you might have a little bit more energy, you know, because you're eating like healthier foods and stuff like that. But if it's one thing that I have learned, it's not the food. It's why. Why are you eating right now? Okay? And so that's another thing that you guys need to think about is like, why am I eating food right now? Am I really even hungry? I don't know. Like, sometimes you just got to sit back and be like, like talk to yourself, you know, like, am I hungry right now? No. I just got a call from my mom, and she was being a total bitch. Mom, this is not you, okay? This is just in case my mom's watching. My mom is not a bitch at all. But, like, just in case you have a bitchy mom or she wants to bitch at you, I don't know. But, like, let's say you get a call from your mom, and she's, like, giving you a hard-ass time, and you're not where you're supposed to be, and you're 30 years old. You should be married with kids or whatever your parents say that makes you feel like shit, okay? So, like, you might have a call like that, and you might be, like, hanging up from that, and then, like, you're feeling low, and, you know, your mom or dad just made you feel like shit, and, like, the kitchen's right there, and you just want to feel better for, like, a second, and, man, that ice cream bar sure does make me feel good for, like, 2 minutes while I'm eating it, but then as soon as I'm done eating it, I'm feeling like shit again, and I'm like, damn it, why did I do that again? I know that's going against, you know, my long-term goal of like losing weight, right? So a lot of times that stuff happens. And so I really want you guys to just think about that. When you go to eat, ask yourself, am I even hungry? Am I even hungry right now? Like, I think one of my chapters in my book is like, am I even hungry right now? I think that's what I titled it. Because it's so true. Like, I've gone through so much abuse, you guys. So much abuse in my entire life. Like, my father was very emotionally and mentally abusive. My ex-husband, very mentally abusive. Like, there's just a lot of abuse that I have, you know, and then of course I've abused myself because, you know, I talk crappy about myself. I looked at the mirror and I was like, you're so fat, you're ugly, you're shitty, you can't do this. Like, you know, so sometimes the abusive person is us. So like, whatever, you know, is the reason why you're like all of a sudden finding yourself eating, like, ask yourself, am I hungry? You know what I mean? And then if you are truly hungry, you know, you need to get to that place of like learning about your stomach and like, you know, knowing when to stop. And sometimes that's really hard for some of us. I can tell you, I have like mastered that so well. Like, I have mastered the ability to be so in tune with my stomach now. Like, I know my stomach inside and out, and I know when I truly need food for fuel or if I'm emotional. So I have gotten that down. Like, damn, like, I don't even have to think about it anymore. It's just like so ingrained in me now because I've been doing this for 8 years that, like, it's second nature. It's been second nature for probably like 6 or 7, because once you really get it and it's like a new behavior and a new positive pattern, you can just do it forever and it's like no big deal. But for some of us, we don't have that down yet. So a huge part of like the support piece that I actually will teach you if we decide to work together one-on-one is like really getting in tune with your stomach and like really understanding, you know, the emotions behind, you know, why you're possibly eating right now, and, you know, to really work through those emotions together. And that's like one of my most favorite things, because like I said, I've been through so much abuse in my life, and I see it come up in people. Like, I recognize the abusive patterns, because a lot of that stuff, like if I know that person and I know they've been through abuse, and then here comes their, you know, their low belief, and all of a sudden they're having those self-sabotaging behaviors, I'm like, could this possibly be why you're eating right now? Like, is your past abusive belief that someone put in your head that's like this negative tape going on and on and on? You can't amount to anything. You'll never lose weight. Like, you've got those negative tapes possibly playing, right? So I see that sometimes, and I'm asking people, like, is this coming up for you right now? And people just start fucking bawling, and they're like, yes, I'm hearing my mom's voice right now that I'm never going to lose weight. Why even bother? You know? And so what we do together with, you know, this one-on-one coaching is like, I'll walk you through that on how to recognize it, and, you know, and how to heal from that. Because if we can attack the root, like if we can attack the fucking root problem on like why you gained weight in the first place, and like how to break those patterns and how to be successful forever, like you're gonna be me. Like, you can actually be me in a year and be the one inspiring other people, but you're not gonna actually be there unless you break through all of this barriers and mental stuff and emotional stuff, and you break through all of your patterns and you push through and you get to the other side. Like, you know, you're not going to get there. You're just not. I'm sorry. But, you know, if you keep, you know, blaming other people and blaming the diet and not taking full responsibility and like not building up your belief, you're just going to keep going in the direction you're going. And honestly, do you guys want that? Like, do you want to keep living that way? Like, seriously, comment below. Do you want to keep living inside low belief, self-sabotaging behaviors, eating when you're emotional, having no control over your food choices? Like, do you want to keep living like that? Because if you do, keep doing it. Do you? But I have a real sneaky suspicion that most of the people that are going to be watching this are going to be like, oh my God, you're bringing me to church right now. I needed to fucking hear this. Thank you. Like, I know that the majority of you guys are going to be feeling like that, because sometimes we need truth spoken into us, even though it doesn't feel good, it might sting, you know, a little bit. But I really felt this compelling inner, like, I need to speak to you guys today about this. And so I hope that this has helped you. I hope it's helped, you know, to open your eyes and your heart about what might be truly going on with why you're not actually losing the weight that you say that you want. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you guys. I really, really appreciate you being on here and being so supportive as friends. You guys are like the most amazing people. I wish I lived near every single one of you, because I swear we would be going out and like doing things. Like, I feel that close with most of you guys that are on my friends list. I really wish I could like be a genie and like go everywhere and, you know, like all over the place. So again, thank you. And if you feel like someone else needs to hear this message, I want you guys to take the time and click the share button and put it on your page, because sometimes the truth is going to set someone else free outside of like you might feeling set free right now. Okay. So I ask that you guys do that. And keep coming on here. I'm going to try and like come on here and go live a little bit more often, because I really feel like this calling to bring more church, like preaching moments about the reason why you guys are not having success when you say it's what you want. I really feel like I need to talk more about that, because there's some deep-seated things that are keeping you from success, and I want to see you guys break through them, so that you're like living the life that you say that you want, okay? Because I want that for you too. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Tomorrow, I will post a dance video. And again, if you want to be in dance class tomorrow, comment below, or you can message me. We're actually going to do a chair dance tomorrow. It's real sexy, and it's going to be to 9 Inch Nails Closer. So if you guys like that song and you'd like to learn a dance that you can keep for yourself or maybe share with someone else, all you got to do is ask, and I'll add you to the group here on Facebook. It's all the way free, so no charge for that. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.